Today, on another note.
We're still in hurricane season. May I not say he whose name shall not be called.
Today's local highlight is Brilliant Hands and Minds Learning Center. If you're a procrastinator like me and you have a child, but Kyla, you don't have any, but you will, the hot topic today is very important. Mommy morning routines. How to get your shit together.
I want to make sure that all of us understand what HID is.
If you all see right before your eyes, we have some lovely glasses filled with the mysterious, delectable drink.
Yes.
Hi everybody, welcome back to On Another Note.
Hello.
It's been a while. So how are you ladies feeling?
Good.
Feeling good.
Good. I'm happy to be back on another note.
Yes, welcome in.
It's been a while. It's been a while. But I have missed you.
And you had a lot of things going on too, but we're gonna get into all of that later too. We're gonna share with everybody all Kyla been doing. Thank you for tuning in again. We're not your average talk show, that's why you're watching. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I mean, right now we're in this time of the year, we're like just before, or are we in fall? Let's say we're in fall, and we're still in hurricane season. May I not say he whose name shall not be called, because it's hurricane. I just don't like the word hurricane. It don't matter who hurricane it is. Irma, Maria, Dorian,
D.
I mean, Jose. How many of them were there? And like the span of 3 years, we've just experienced 3 major hurricanes. So I mean, we want to talk about preparedness, because I think even though people prepare, I don't think that we forget about other things like our mental preparedness.
Right.
And how do we deal with that? So I mean, what are your thoughts? Because I mean, I got a lot, but let me hear from you first.
Well, even before we talk about the mental, we can talk about the home preparedness. When we had the storm, I wasn't ready. I was
Which
like
one?
the one that Dorian.
Hurricane?
Well, that one.
Tropical storm that came in fluke by night. After a while,
I wasn't ready for
He
that
lied to
one.
us.
I was like, it's gonna be a little rain, and no, I was waiting on one
That's
more
what we
sale, so I didn't shop. So I didn't have anything, like literally anything, and I felt devastated. My daughter was like, "Mommy, I want orange," and I'm like, "There's no orange." She's like, "What you mean? We have to go to the store." I tried. And then they were closing it right away. They were actually closed. They said I couldn't go in.
And the last minute shopping is definitely not the way.
Last minute, no more last minute. We have to be prepared at all times. It could be a little rain. Once June to November is there, you need to make sure you always have what you need at home. I agree.
And for the mental part, it goes into the fact that just accepting the report. Like, one, they might tell you that, like back when we had Dorian, they might tell you, oh, we're expecting 1 to 3 inches of rain. It's not bad to over prepare. Like, just prepare your mind, especially if you have small kids, your husband, your wife, whatever. Make sure you have water. Make sure you are preparing your children to anticipate what this could be like. Okay, it might mean that water is going to come in. Doesn't mean that anything dangerous might happen, but this is what we do in the event that water comes in, the window blows out, or whatever. Have a safe discussion with your family.
Yeah, we often don't play it. Oh, it's not gonna hit us. Oh, it's just a little rain, and just a little wind, and then boom.
And then you would think that something like Irma would have taught us a lesson not to underestimate the power of, you know, a natural disaster or Mother Nature, as we put it. Because for me, I wasn't playing that. I know the Tuesday before, I was like, I wanted to go back to school shopping anyway, and they had all the sales the week before, and you know, I gotta go work government payday. So I was like, okay, when I get paid, I have to go to the store. And I went to the store, and everybody tried to stop me. Go next weekend, go end of the month, go September, go this. And I said, nah, I'm going to the store now. So even if I didn't get a lot of fresh produce, I still got a lot of canned goods and a lot of even frozen goods. And, you know, other little knick-knack stuff. But then, right after I came back from shopping in St. Thomas is when they were like, something is happening in the Atlantic and it's brewing. I was like, that is why I went when I went, because it's like not only just us, but if we're not affected, then if the USVI gets affected, it still affects us.
Yes.
If Florida gets affected, it still affects us, because that's where we're getting our produce from, our clothing from. You know, like a lot of our imports, Tropical or whoever, those shipping companies, they will halt everything.
Yeah.
And we won't get nothing wrong with us, but we won't get any fresh eggs and fresh fruit and fresh whatever
Agreed.
for a good time once, you know, it stops. So I don't know if people are conscious of that, so that don't take anything for granted. If you have the opportunity to go, then just go. And if anything, then you just have a popcorn, grape, and orange party at home. If you have too much and it's spoiling too fast, you know, call her friends over. Everybody fruit party. Just get it out, get it over with. But don't not do it, cause.
Right. Yes,
The only thing I had to worry about was the mental part, because we were not prepared for the rain and the wind. Just the sound of it. Like, I had a house full of women and everybody was just having a mental breakdown. Like, my daughter just every time she do this, it put me in a mode where I couldn't even be afraid. I couldn't show that I was afraid, because she kept doing this.
You have to be strong.
So I had to be strong. I was like, what's wrong with you? What happened? And she's like, I don't like it. So I was like, come. And she was literally my third leg the whole day. Like,
No, but I think we have to talk a bit more about mental, because I feel since Irma, a lot of people are underestimating how they are reacting to hurricanes. I think years before, you know, a hurricane is coming, it's no big deal, but a lot of people are traumatized still.
Yes.
2 years, 3 years later, since Irma, and I think we have to take that seriously. Nothing is wrong with speaking to a professional about that. Does it make you crazy? Does it make something wrong with you? But you went through something traumatic, and it's okay to talk about it and seek help for it, because we're going to have a few more hurricanes years to come.
And especially if your home is still damaged, where you have leaks and different damages
Mopping
happening
every minute. Yeah.
So it's like you remembering the trauma each time. So yeah, I definitely think.
Like when the electricity went off, my head, my mind, everything just went back to that 3-4 months with all the electricity, and I just sitting in the middle of my mother room like, I don't want to be here. Like, I just started hyperventilating, and I said, I'm going to sleep. And when I'm gonna wake up in 2 hours and something should be over, because I physically can't be awake right now.
I tried to sleep it off too.
Yeah,
I went to sleep. I went to sleep for like 3-4 hours. I could sleep anytime, so that's a good thing for me.
My laptop was charged. I said, Miss Lady, here, Pepper, Coco, whoever, goodbye.
But it's just also really important that you kind of stay tuned to the local address of any storm coming. So it's like they will give you frequent updates, and it's good to stay posted with that, because you can miss 1 or 2 messages and be eons behind, where something that was a thunderstorm turned into a tropical storm, turned into a wave and a warning, and etc. So stay close to the DDM, the BVI DDM.
They did a good job.
They usually do a
great job.
fantastic job in terms of following their lead. So I just think that one of those things that we sometimes forget to do is have one of those analog radios too. I mean, like, so, or just stay, because sometimes what happens is if you don't have Wi-Fi, you're not going to see them online, so you won't be able to track what's happening. So you want to they have an app. I heard that they have an app.
They do.
So you can use the app. So I think that sometimes that might be able to work even if there's no internet.
Maybe, I'm not sure. It's not working for iPhone.
The
iPhone, because I was trying to get it before the storm. So something is wrong with the iPhone. So DDM, you need to get that app fixed
together.
Team iPhone.
No, we gonna chat, because I got the iPhone, and the app just uploaded this morning and said we had
so you were one of them that said it works, when everyone else is something.
It's where your app store is located. So if you have an address in there that's registered to the USA, then you're gonna be fed information from the USA. But if you say that your app store is for BVI, you should be able to download it there. That's how that works. But the whole good part is, I mean, the telecommunication networks, they send you text messages. So look at those. Oh, I got CCT.
CCT did great.
CCT did great, and Digicel too. Digicel sends out. I don't know about Flow, but Digicel, they send out CCT. They are definitely.
Yeah, they all have a memorandum of understanding with DDM, so they all do it. It's not like DDM have to reach out to them and say, "Hey, we're having a cat one. Can you?" No, they do.
Well, I need to go into CCT because I did not get one text.
I got one, but it was like, wait,
I got many.
The only one I got? You got during the storm?
Yeah.
Okay, no, I didn't.
But maybe it depends on your area. I'm not even sure
A lot
about
of
that.
things, yeah.
But then another thing I wanted to mention too about even getting prepared is that, like we were here in the Virgin Islands and we watched a category 4 or 5 became 4 turning into a 5. Destroy concrete homes, you know what I mean? Like this house was concrete and it's no longer, it's rubble. And I just
Only the toilet standing.
so then
In some.
I've heard so many stories, like I have my own, but so many other stories of people, they're saving their lives or their families because they were in the bathroom, they were in the tubs, they were in closets, they were in cubby holes. And I'm like, I just hope that people would remember that the storm isn't like man-made. Per se, you know, there's conspiracy, but of course, keep up with me. We can't really control it per se. It's not like something we could be like direction, indicator left, indicator right. No, this is something where it's so unpredictable. It could say it's coming to the Virgin Islands and the backside just end up going south straight.
Very true.
Wherever. And I think that people need to always just be ready.
And that's why a safe plan is important with you and your family. You know, you tell your family what you need to do at different levels. If we get flood, this is where we are going to go, and this is what we're going to grab all the sheets from the closet and we're going to put them down here. If the roof goes, everybody run to the vehicle or whatever, or everybody run to we're going to this shelter. I feel like having a plan beforehand,
And
because it
speaking of
should
plan, don't have the plan
or
and just sit on it like an egg.
unpredictable.
Like, tell everybody from the smallest person, if you see it's XYZ, you stay put or you go to this room or you look for mommy, daddy, auntie, whoever.
And you should be aware of your nearest shelter. Because since some of the shelters are not available, so you need to know where you can run in case that you have to leave your home. Definitely.
So on that note, we're going to take a little short break, but we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Today's local highlight is Brilliant Hands and Minds Learning Center.
If you're a procrastinator like me and you have a child, but Kyla, you don't have any, but you will, the hot topic today is very important. Mommy morning routines. How to get your shit together.
I want to make sure that all of us understand what HIV is.
If you all see right before your eyes, we have some lovely glasses filled with the mysterious, delectable drink.
Creative Arts Branding Specialist specializes in visual communication through branding. With over a decade of experience and service, Creative Arts Branding Specialist is the trendsetter in the graphic and printing industry. Our talented branding specialists provide a multifaceted approach to various design concepts, resulting in customized products and services to ensure customer satisfaction. For quality, professional, and durable products such as acrylic signs, backdrops, banners, billboard designs, custom apparel, custom designs, decals and stickers, logos, posters and flyers, electric and lighted signs, window and glass application, and so much more. Visit us at Sugar Mill Road or call us on 284-542-2731 or email us at creativearts@gmail.com. That's CRE8TIVE arts BVI@gmail.com.
At Horizon Catering, we deliver the highest quality food innovative presentations, and professional services. We know how important catering is to your event, so we cut no corners to ensure a satisfying and memorable event. We can turn your next event from the ordinary to the extraordinary. For the highest quality food, innovative presentations, and professional services, call Horizon Catering at 284-499-2132 or 499-2142.
Welcome back to On Another Note. Today's local highlight is Brilliant Hands and Minds Learning Center. Have you ever heard about it, guys?
Yes.
No. Okay.
really?
Okay, so let me tell Adriana about and our audience about Brilliant Hands and Minds Learning Center. It's an academic enrichment learning center led by a husband and a wife.
Yes, I know that.
Yes, the Grants,
and
awesome.
Kimberly.
Yes, awesome couple. They're both. Yes.
I know.
See,
I
get
love
it.
them.
Yes. So they were both educators. Kim is still an educator. They have some awesome, vibrant young tutors alongside them. So they offer services such as one-on-one tutoring in maths and English, intense homework assistance, academic enrichment, effective communication, and public speaking. So if you want to, just brush up on your public speaking, you can go there.
For the pageant ladies as well.
Yeah, that is awesome. Yeah, and also fun and interactive summer camps. So if you're looking for some place for your kids to go next summer, definitely hit them up. Okay. Yes.
Everybody keep having summer camps. What about the Christmas camps, Easter camps?
I'm sure
summer was
You want to send your child to every camp.
Yeah, but we should definitely look out for that. They just might have a Christmas camp. You never know. Just look out for
It
it.
might be the first time. Yes.
And also, people who are doing their high school certificates and diplomas, they also help
system.
there. Yeah. So it's just a real overall program. So sessions start on the 1st of every month. They're located in the HR Penn building. That's in McNamara, right next to the pub. Yes. So the academic term started September 9th, so they're open all now. So if you want to run and get signed up for the 1st of the month, make sure you do that. Adriana, please tell them where you can find them.
Well, everybody calls everybody. So if you're interested, but you're not in the BVI, you have to use your area code 284. The number is 496-7993 or 284-442-3132. Or you can contact them by email, brilliant. I want to say this right. Brilliant Hands and Minds with an S at gmail.com.
Yes, so make sure you hit them up, sign up your loved ones, sign up your kids.
Go sign up yourself if you're in need of some assistance.
Definitely. So that's our local highlight, Brilliant Hands and Minds Learning Center.
Yeah.
Just to add to that, they're also on Facebook, Brilliant Hands and Minds. I saw a lot of pictures with the program, which was really nice and interactive. It wasn't just a sit down and learning experience. So go ahead and take a look.
And especially if parents know of their children who have lower grades, they know that their child is weaker in different subjects. I mean, especially looking at the year before, just go ahead and look at your child's report card, sign them up. Brilliant Hands and Minds. I mean, they have a great reputation, and they can actually find out what those things that might be causing a challenge with your child's learning, because not everybody doesn't learn the same. Some people need more images, some people need music, and I think they implement all of those things to make you learn the way you were actually born to learn.
And I like the one-on-one tutoring, because some students, it's not that they're slow, it's just that they need that one-on-one teaching, so that you can really pay attention to what they need to learn. Sometimes going into a big group, depending on the program, is just playtime, and learning in a group setting is not for everyone. So definitely they have some good things going on.
But I also like the fact it's hands and minds, so not just academics, but you also nurturing the child, because some children might be stronger in arts, and you're nurturing the child. And I think that, like you were saying, you see pictures with them being hands-on, so they're really nurturing and helping your child figure out what's what's their strengths.
Yes.
And they're qualified.
Yes.
I like that.
That's a plus. So let's big up Brilliant Hands and Minds and all these other agencies or organizations that just recently came up. Focus in on education really and to assist people and their children, because a lot of folks, they're so busy, they have 2 and 3 jobs. Everybody's hustling, everybody's trying to become entrepreneurs, and then their children are there like, hello.
Yep.
And then you have children at different ages, so it's like almost unrealistic. And remember, the majority in the household is single parents these days. So.
Which is sad.
And I think a lot of parents also, they don't know half of the things that their children are learning in school these days. Those algebra, and they don't know. So send them over to the professionals and to get that help. But yes.
So, and other news besides all our organizations that are handling our education and our children, let's pick up our other local brilliance. I wouldn't even say brilliant minds, but brilliant bodies and clothing.
Keep
our
us looking fabulous, you mean?
Exactly. Let's give a props to our sponsors. Beautiful by Jazane, Umi, She Likes, Brianna. Let's give it all a round of applause because we're very vibrant today. We're colorful today.
Loving the colors.
Our jewelry, accessories. Hit them up for all your fashion needs all year long. They have it. And I mean, we're gonna just go into. I know something's a little bit different, you guys. We're missing a few folks that you're accustomed to seeing. Angel, where you at, Heifer? I mean, I know where you're at, but still. And Berta, you know we missing them where you're at. But we do have our lovely guest co-hosts as usual, and they're always here to make it funky all the time. So we have another Latin spicy mama over there. And she's gonna bring us this hot topic. Come on, Brianna, take a seat.
Okay, hot topic for today. Now, if you're a procrastinator like me, and you have a child, but Kyla, you don't have any, but you will. The hot topic today is very important. Mommy morning routines. How to get your shit together. I learned a word today, gist. The word is gist.
I thought it was gyms. I won't say what gyms mean on the camera, but for all my people, you know what gym mean.
Yes.
If
you don't ask your child, they
No,
know. They wouldn't say the full. No, not the little ones. The high school.
But the little ones are not too.
You think they know?
I swear, I know to be in a car. 1 cup, 2 cup, 3 cup. And when she get to the front, I say, if you try it. She like, no, mommy, 5 cups, 6 cups. She skipped the 4, so she knows. She knows. 4 is a oopsie.
You guys are teaching me something because I didn't even know what these things mean.
Oh, wow. Yeah, she didn't know either.
Oh, so get your so.
Yes. So we learned that.
I just learned it. I learned it from, it's written.
Yeah, we were talking about it, so she learned it. Well, I didn't know what it meant. So
help us get our ish together.
Okay,
I
so
like that version of it ish.
morning routines. Even if you don't have a child, you will have a morning routine. Yes. But if you have a child, you really need to get a routine in order. Now, my mornings go a little bit like this. I wake up late, then I have to rush. Then I might yell a little bit, then she might cry a little bit, and then it's chaotic. My whole morning is chaotic. I'm rushing to work and everything. But this year, I'm doing something a little bit different, which is having a routine in the morning. Because kids, especially at the 4 or 5 year olds, once you get a routine with them, it works for them and it makes things a lot easier. So they're about like 5 steps. But before we get into that, how does your morning goes?
So I have a teenager, so it's a little bit more easy. Make breakfast for yourself, okay, buddy? That's one of those kind of moments, and actually he makes breakfast for me too sometimes.
Oh, that's good.
Like a spoiled mom.
That's good.
Anyway, I think
so yours is not chaotic. Yours
mine
is
isn't
actually
chaotic at all, because if he sees that I'm running late, he would actually like knock on my door and he says, "What do you want for breakfast? I'm making some eggs."
Oh,
talk fast. Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah,
so if you have a teenager, you need to do this.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to.
You have to
train them.
You have to train them to be that way, because there are some parents who might tell you that they have to get up and still make breakfast for their teenager. No, mine has to pack his lunch bag beforehand. He has to prepare his lunch. sometimes because he helps me with cooking. So he's actually a
how
pretty
old
good
is
cook.
he? How old?
16.
Okay, okay.
That's what I'm saying. So I can't really address this issue fairly because
Yes.
I'm kind of like a
You're
spoiled
spoiled.
parent.
Yeah.
Because he's very independent. So I really
That's good
appreciate
then.
that. But I had to walk towards that point.
get him
because
there, yes.
Before, it used to be me waking him up. And then that would have been a challenge. So now I started adding punishments. If I have to wake you up, there's a cost
Discipline.
to it. Okay, very much. So now, so that he doesn't get any repercussions for waking up late, he wakes me up.
Oh, I like
I
that.
have to stay in front of the game. No, you're not the boss. I'm the boss.
So I like that.
How is your
How are
morning?
child?
Yeah.
Halfway says it all. Chaotic too.
I mean, not necessarily. My child is a reflection of me, and she's very moody, and she has a combination of moods. She 1 minute she looking at you like you're stupid, and then the next she cooperates. So it just depends. Like this morning, getting up, I hear her in her sleep. I'm not playing. I said I'm not playing. So I was like,
She says that.
she was talking in her
talks
sleep.
in her
She's talking in her
sleep?
sleep. So I just sitting there like,
my God.
please don't wake up, please don't wake up. And then I'm pretending like I sleep, and then I peeking, and then she was snoring. So I was like, oh. But once we're on routine, it's easy because she's on a program. If I wake up at like 4:45 these days, and even beforehand it would be the same time. Even if I stay in bed, I'm still up at 4:45 to work out and do all these other things. But I don't really touch her. Right. I don't really touch her till about 6:15ish. So when she wakes up, especially if it's a good day or she's excited or she knows what she wants to do or she knows what she's gonna do for the day, uniform is already out, panties, underwear, sock, shoes, bag already packed. I do all those things on the night before because I live on Virgin Islands. I work on Tortola. Right, but then no, with her, she's starting a new school which is going to be on Tortola, and I'm trying to see, in my mind, I envision how will this really work? Because on the ferry ride is my me time. So if I didn't do my makeup, that was the time that I did my makeup. But now I don't know how it's gonna be with someone screaming, I want something to watch, give me your phone. I don't know if I could handle that. But for now she's pretty good. Like she makes her breakfast now. If I take too long, she's like, can I have breakfast? She realized 2 minutes go by, I can make it, can I just make it? So I'll be like, if it's simple enough, if I know that everything is out, like she could find the milk, she could find the cereal. The only thing I have to do is just warm it up, whether like your hot water or put it in the microwave, one of the two. Or if it's like, hey, can I have a jelly sandwich? If I know I have like the sliced bread, she could handle. The big bread, I would have to do it.
Yes.
So once she's on routine, I really don't see anything wrong. It's just know that she's still not in routine. It's a problem.
Well, there's some routines, just 5 short routines that can help. Number 1, get enough sleep. Especially at night. I go to sleep really early. It has been helping me. So if you go early, for me is 8-9 o'clock.
That's good.
Okay.
Yes, I try to plan and teach her life and get everything done early, and that way when I'm going to bed, she goes to bed. If I'm doing work, she does not sleep.
Exactly.
It's like they're feeding off of
They're
you.
like, nah, when you turn out the lights
And these
off,
are toddlers, by the way.
Yeah,
So the
but-
teenagers are gonna be different.
That's gonna be different. If I say that bedtime is 8 o'clock, surrender your phone and electronics right here.
Okay, you see? I know, right?
That's
Militia home.
That's how it is. The very
That's
early
a
breed
routine.
belongs
Yes.
to me. So at this point, bedtime is 8:30. You have to put your electronics in the front because children, teenagers, you have to focus on the
Yes.
fact that they're gonna have little tricks, right? So when you let them go to their bed with their phones, it's a whole movie.
Yes, and
They
then you
watching
stay
and
up.
talking to their friends. No. So
Well, that's one, get enough sleep. The second one is prepare as much as possible the night before, like what Adriana said.
I prep.
She irons and do all of that the night before. Even if you live on Tortola, you need to do it.
even lunch.
The third one is you wake up the kids after you're ready.
Yeah.
Or you can get them ready before you
And
get
then let them
ready.
sit down and watch
Depends.
TV.
Yeah, they can watch TV and eat breakfast while you're getting ready. So that's the next one. And 4, you can create a morning routine chart. If you want to be like, okay, I need to do this, I need to do that. I really like to write stuff down, so that would help me. But if you have a good memory that you know I'm doing this in order, so you can try a chart. It might help. And lastly, remain calm. I need to practice that.
And whose world?
I need to practice that because I'm always going. And my daughter likes to tell me, just relax. And, yep, so 5 steps that you can follow for your morning routines.
Mine don't tell me relax, and I have to tell her calm now. Either I just watching her, I don't do back what she do to me, the strippity watch. When she because she will wait. Like sometimes I think you need to be dressed and then get them dressed, because by them being dressed first, it allows opportunity for her to look in the mirror, picking, as she see that I picking up my bag, it's all of a sudden, I don't like this pants, I don't like this hairstyle.
Well, she's going to have a uniform now, so that's gonna help.
Nothing.
What I do suggest
Like this panty color.
you bathe them, you let them eat breakfast, you get ready, and then you dress them.
That makes so
dress
much
them
sense.
last, so that way they don't get dirty while they're eating. And that's it for today.
Yeah.
All right. So y'all heard all those tips for your routines to get your children in check. All your mommies out there, but we'll be back after this short break.
I want to make sure that all of us understand what HIV is.
If you all see right before your eyes, we have some lovely glasses filled with the mysterious, delectable drink.
Your office space is a reflection of your company brand. That's why at KDL Designs, our clients are the inspiration for every space we design. In addition to our exceptional architectural work, KDL Designs offers clean, innovative, and functional interior design for both private and public sector businesses. A KDL design expert will work with you to choose the right colors, lighting, floor layouts, fittings, and fixtures that will enhance all aspects of your space, giving you a modern workspace built for productivity. And with our impressive selection of furniture, flooring, glass, and steel rails, you're sure to achieve that wow factor at the most reasonable price. To learn more, visit kdldesigns.com or call us for a consultation today at 284-545-9933. KDL Designs, where dreams are housed.
Welcome back to On Another Note. We've got more exciting talks. On a previous episode, you guys might have heard our health notes with me focusing on some of the HIV concepts, right?
Yeah.
But that's okay. So we're gonna go basic because I want to make sure that all of us understand what HIV is. So it's gonna be like let me put it as a Q&A then, because everybody should know about HIV. We know what it is. Does anybody know what the acronym means?
Nope. Human something virus.
Human
immune.
Yes. Human immunodeficiency virus. All right.
So we work together.
Well, that's just how it is. Indeed. So what happens, right, is that when you have HIV, it is a sexually transmitted, well, not that when you have it, but just so you know, HIV is one of those sexually transmitted infections, okay? It's one of those that are considered incurable. So can you guys give me some of the ways that you can transmit HIV?
Blood transfusions.
Blood transfusions.
For birth.
And right, mother to child transmission, that's how you term that one. Sexually. Now so is it just regular intercourse, like the basic commissionary,
I think
man and woman,
be
female? Yes.
Okay.
Oral and
anal. What's wrong with saying anal? My God, like what's so special about? If I was thinking it was bati, but I mean that too. But essentially, oral, vaginal, anal,
there we go.
It doesn't matter. In fact, the statistics show that the incidence of HIV transmission is still higher in homosexual, well, more so men who sleep with men. So the anal sex is still somehow carrying the higher statistics. Now, a lot of myths are out there now. So,
definitely.
you kiss a guy, is there a risk of, and that person has HIV, is there a risk?
Yes.
Just kissing? If he has a cut in his mouth.
If he has a cut in his mouth.
Right, so that'd be blood.
So essentially, you need that blood as a connection.
But not saliva.
Right, not saliva. Exactly.
But you never know, when you brush your teeth and then it's bleeding, sometimes that person could have a little bleeding.
Indeed, and you
that's
don't
all it
know,
takes.
indeed, but it would be that both of you would simultaneously have to have a cut, because kissing, the virus is going to be digested. It's not something that it can be transmitted through saliva, right? So you want close contact like sex, definitely, because you can break the walls of the vagina, the penis, the virus is transferred that way. Injectables, you talk about transfusions. So some persons who actually use like heroin injections, for whatever reason you think you need to share a needle, even insulin syringes, you don't share or reuse insulin syringes. So let's say your diabetic parent, I don't know, coincidentally has HIV, and somehow you decide you want to use the injection, the insulin, same syringe to maybe inject drugs or whatever. You don't share injectables or don't share syringes. Now, next one. Is there a risk from a mosquito bite? The mosquito is filled with blood. You know how you know how it goes. When you hit him, he just go plash, and all of his blood just all over you. So, can you transmit HIV with a mosquito bite?
Yes. No. Yes.
I don't think so.
No, not
I think yes, because the mosquito could have bitten someone who has the infection and then bam, bites you. So
No, but then I think wait.
I don't know.
Okay, I think the mosquito, it bites you, so it's taking away your blood. It's not necessarily giving you the blood in. Yeah. So I don't think so.
But I think, let me just let you guys know. Remember when I asked you what the acronym means? Human. It's human to human transmission.
Right. So
there is no animal vector for you to receive the HIV. So a mosquito bite can't give you an HIV infection. Okay? So they could give you dengue. Well, those are mosquito-borne infections. So that's a different kind of virus. Now, let's move on to the fact that right now, the reason why I'm bringing up the HIV topic so frequently is that there are some goals. Worldwide, we're noticing that some countries are going back into epidemics with HIV. Like in the USA, where there's Atlanta, Georgia, that area, they have some of the highest, but they have some of the highest incidence in the world per capita. Right? So that's important. So the CDC, which is the Center for Disease Control, right, have set some goals. When we look at other statistics, like in a population of, I can't remember how many young people that they did test, but they found that 56% of those that were found positive actually came in to receive treatment. About 36% of them actually stayed and continued to get the care. Okay, and then the number drops even lower because of non-compliance, because sometimes HIV is something you don't feel. So when you get diagnosed, the problem is you have to then accept that that's a diagnosis, and medication is mandatory. It's not whether your immune system is good or bad, you exercise, you eat healthy, it is still part of it. So after you've been diagnosed, the persons who stay along to get the care, then the number even drops lower for those who can go undetectable. All right? So I want to bring up that fact because it's important for us to remember that at the end of the day, once you've been diagnosed, this is for British Virgin Islands now, right? Because people get this diagnosis all the time, and why I don't have much of the statistics is because the reporting is not done as much in the British Virgin Islands, which is very risky because you wouldn't know who is, not that you need to know who, but you need to allow the person who's been diagnosed with HIV to change their behavior and understand their responsibilities. Because a diagnosis of HIV means mandatory antiretroviral therapy. Okay? So at the end of the day, it allows us, when I talk about this, to help people change their posture and understand that when you have HIV, you can have a very healthy, normal life. The goal is really for the virus to not infect as many of your CD4 cells. These are the cells that the HIV virus specifically target. And the longer you have the virus, the lower that CD4 cell count goes. Now you need your CD4 cells because that's going to be part of your immune system, going to help you fight off infections and so on. So that's why when you hear people who've had HIV, their CD4 count has dropped so low, then they fall into that AIDS category where they get some an AIDS defining illness that happens to them, right? So at the end of the day, you want to make sure your CD4 counts remain like above 500. You want to, your goal is always to get undetectable. Because if a person has undetectable viral load, then their risk of transmission of that virus is lessened. I mean, we still encourage, of course, safe sex practices 100%. But for example, you might know that there are persons in families where the husband or wife is positive and the spouse is not. So so what you want is to make sure that the viral load remains low, under about 50 copies of the virus per milliliter. All right. So at the end of the day, when you're undetectable, the whole community is safer. So that's why, even though you may get a diagnosis today of HIV, even though you feel great, it still needs mandatory antiretroviral. Right? And have you guys heard about now? There's something going around this HIV prophylaxis. Nobody hear about this? No. Okay. There is something called HIV prophylaxis. It's called PrEP. Okay. So PrEP is PrEP, but I didn't know what it meant. Yeah. So PrEP is the brand name is Truvada, and it has 2 antiretrovirals in it. Now let me just break down what antiretrovirals mean. The HIV is a very unique virus that uses reverse transcription. Okay, you guys are going to be scientists for a minute.
We're going into a whole super jargon. Okay, break it down.
Let me break it down.
Medication, and you take 2. Right. And if you take 1, you're going to get sick. And if you take 2, you'll feel good.
So those CD4 cells that I'm talking about, think about it. Okay. In order for the HIV to become a part of you, to become a part of your genetics, that's why you can't get rid of it. Okay. It is because the HIV has found a special way to get into your cell and make it its own. Okay. So that's why there's no medication to remove it from there, but you can lower the viral load. So what happens is when the HIV enters your cell, it has a particular type of machinery to kind of replicate your DNA. One makes you Bree, one makes you Adri, one makes you Kyla, and it integrates into your DNA. So that's why once you are positive, HIV becomes part of your cell knowledge.
It doesn't leave.
It doesn't
That's
leave.
why whoever who give it to you, I will become part of their cell knowledge. You understand me?
So that HIV virus becomes a part of your cell knowledge. So any medication that we have that treats HIV, and the goal there is to lower your viral copies, the amount your body is producing, not that it's going to completely take the virus away from you. What happens is those medications, they attack the cells that the virus is changing at different levels of how it creates itself inside of your own cells. Okay. So Truvada is one of those, and that's why it's considered PrEP. So it's not that you already have HIV, but it creates the protection around like the cell membrane. It like makes your cell form a shield. Okay. So that if you are exposed to someone who is HIV positive and you've received the virus or whatever, it won't be able to penetrate the cell to do that thing that I told you in terms of integrating into your cell DNA to make it belong to you.
So is this something like you take it beforehand?
You take it beforehand. So
we have that.
We don't have it here, but it can be special ordered. Okay. So usually
like $1 trillion.
Hey, if you know you're in a risky environment, you're a sex worker, okay? Persons who have multiple partners. So if you know you're in a risk, but this is reality, you know. I can't talk to persons like everybody going to be sleeping with one person. Everybody doesn't believe in the same thing. So if you know you're in a risky environment and you might, and then you can just ask a question to your physician, right? And then what can happen is you can consider doing PrEP. Okay, but outside of that, my main thing that I wanted to make sure that people know is once you're HIV detected, first of all, once you receive or you feel like you've been at risk for developing HIV, you're gonna get tested. That is the window period. Within the first 2 to 4 weeks or so, your test could come back negative. Be sure to recheck yourself 3 months later, because that's when the virus would have created enough copies to detect on some tests.
It's doing the salsa.
Exactly. Then once found positive, you must stay close to your doctor to make sure that you stay on antiretrovirals. You can live a long and healthy life, and you contribute in a positive way to lowering the incidence worldwide of HIV. Because if the persons who are detected, if at least 90% of those persons are detected positive, if at least 90% of those persons take antiretrovirals, then they lower their viral count by about 50%, well, by 90%, and then transmission overall is lowered by 50%. So you're thinking about, it's a rule of 90, I think the CDC was talking about, the rule of 90. You're trying to get 90% of the population checked, 90% of those who are tested, you're hoping that they all stay on medications, and then you're hoping to get at least 90% of those to having undetectable viral load, and then that will then lower the incidence overall. We're going to work on this for the British Virgin Islands, but I think it's a goal worldwide. So if we talk about it, then people are going to lower their threshold. Just ask for a test. If you think you're in a risky area, ask any one of your physicians. We could do a quick test for you.
And if you don't feel like paying them,
you don't have to pay for those. You could go to, well, we have the BVI, HSA.
no, you gotta pay. You got to pay for
Well,
the
I mean,
test.
yes.
If you don't want to pay for it, you just visit Public Health, Ministry of Health, like calling government phone 4943701 and ask for free HIV testing. They'll be sure to assist you in that category. I have a quick question though. I mean, I know producers in the back like wrap up, but I mean, if somebody was they were tested positive for it, but then now they're on this medication that's making them practically non-detectable. Do they still, are they obligated still to tell their partners that they are HIV positive?
Yes, ma'am.
Because I think that
it's
it's illegal
illegal
people
not to
will be like,
disclose.
oh, but I didn't take PrEP, so I ain't got to worry.
But PrEP,
Free for all. And
no,
then
remember,
before.
PrEP is you're not positive. You're
PrEP is
preventing.
it's like a
vaccine
I
type
just-
situation.
Oh, I thought
Not
you said too,
vaccine,
if
but
even
prophylactic medication.
Right.
PrEP is prophylactic.
No, if you already have it, you already have it.
You already have it.
Oh, so PrEP can do a thing for you if you already have it. It's only beforehand.
Yes.
All right, so people be sure to Google PrEP, find out what that's all about. Again, we are here at the lovely Harbor View. You've seen us here before, and we're here again. That's why you're hearing a whole lot of things going on, because we are in the Virgin Islands. It's a marina. It's a lot of things besides just seeing sand, but also cutting grass. We'll be back we'll be back after these messages. If you all see right before your eyes, we have some lovely glasses filled with the mysterious, delectable drink.
Advertise It BVI specializes in visual advertisement, specifically outdoor marketing and graphic designing, strategically located to attract motorists and pedestrians alike. At Advertise It BVI, we've been proudly serving the British Virgin Islands for over a decade, providing competitive pricing and customer satisfaction. When you advertise with Advertise It BVI, you never have to compromise on quality. With 9 locations throughout the British Virgin Islands, 18 billboard advertising opportunities. Contact Advertise It BVI Media Specialist today for all your visual advertising needs at 284-499-6969 or email us at advertiseitbvi@gmail.com. Visit our website at www.advertiseitbvi.com.
At Blossoms, our floral experts use their creative flair to design beautiful and exotic bouquets. We are the on-island wedding experts, and for boating enthusiasts, we can help you to add a touch of floral elegance, life, and color to your yacht, mega yacht, or super yacht. You can also find a wide variety of silk and dried flower designs, fresh cut flowers, local flowers, tropical blooms, fruit and gourmet baskets, chocolates, balloons, both helium and air-filled, various gift items, and an assortment of plush animals. With a floral experience spanning over 28 years, we have earned a reputation for excellence both locally and internationally. We've even worked with celebrities. At Blossoms, we continue to deliver smiles and watch our customers bloom.
So welcome back to On Another Note. Ladies,
It's fun time.
it's fun time on an empty stomach.
So we about to get. No, we're not getting lit.
We gonna get lit? Lit.
No,
I'm getting lit. You getting lit?
We're not doing. No, we're not.
We get lit though. Anyway, if you all see right before your eyes, we have some lovely glasses filled with the mysterious, delectable drink. And we're gonna get right into it. I'm gonna call this segment Another Flavor. I don't know if the producer's gonna. I don't know what they're gonna say, but or on another flavor. We're gonna get right into it. So this is brought to you by Caribbean Cellars. Big up to Kevin. Hello. And we're gonna just sample these drinks that they're gonna provide us and then just give our honest feedback. But before we get into Speron Red, we're gonna go into the whole detail. So Speron Moscato Rosé has an agreeable, delicate, sweet flavor from the Moscato grapes with a clear, pleasant, now you know you said that word earlier, say it for me. Acidulous trace. Fine bouquet, fresh fruit, pleasant taste. Now let's just get into it. Scrap all that other stuff. Taste.
And we'll let you know
Let's see.
Yeah, tricks. Get our faces, Glenn. Get our faces. Zoom all up in it. I'm watching y'all first.
This is good.
I like it.
I like it.
It's very fruity.
It doesn't taste like wine.
It's sparkly. So
It's more tastes like a cider.
wine. It's
I'm
a
gonna tell you what
sparkling
it's more
wine.
like. It
I like that.
smells like communion wine.
It's
Taste it.
It's very fruity. Smells
I
love
fruity.
it.
And the aftertaste is a little bit dry, but not too dry.
Right. Because when we first brought it up, I was like, oh, red wine. I don't really like red wine. But then you said Moscato. It is fruity. It's really good.
I like it.
And it's not as sweet, so I could see it going well with like some steak or something like
Yeah,
that.
I like this.
Yeah.
Good job.
Interesante.
What did you just say?
Interesting.
I got some Spanish friends. Look at you.
Right here.
Did you hear what she said earlier?
No, you ain't heard nothing.
Okay.
I know you heard. I know. But I've been cursing in other languages. It's good to know at least 3 curse words.
It's nice.
In different languages.
No, we're not talking about curse
I wonder if you
words
can
right
drink
now.
it with
It is a
ice.
little dry after.
I wonder too, unless it just needs to be a little bit more cold. I think
Chilled.
this is okay. It's not as strong. Well, I don't know if it's one of those drinks where it'll creep up on you. Like, oh,
You
this,
never know.
This ain't strong.
Yeah, it tastes like
3
juice.
drinks later, you're on the floor.
I think it's one of those elegant type wines where you have that nice fruity tartness. It's a little bit dry. There's some sparkle on your tongue, so it's kind of complex.
Right.
I think it will go well with the red meats.
Yeah.
So it's very elegant.
Yeah.
So I enjoy it. My husband loves red wine, so I think he would definitely enjoy seeing this as well.
All right, so again, thanks to Caribbean Cellars for hooking us up with Speron Red Rosé. This is perfect for like a ladies' night, your mama routine night when you're trying to unwind, your husband night, your self nights. Just go ahead and get you a bottle.
This is nice.
Caribbean Cellars. I think the details will be below the screen, or when you see Kevin, you just hit him up because he's always somewhere around doing amazing things. Again, let's give it up for our venue, amazing venue, Harbor View. Again, I mentioned it, but we have to big them up because without this scenery, it just wouldn't be us. It wouldn't be Virgin Islands.
The breeze is amazing.
We thanking God for all His breeze mercies because we need it. Also, we want to give another shout out to our sponsors, Umi, Beautiful by Jasmine. She likes Umi. I mean, we're so grateful for all the support. All our OAN team behind the scenes. You're not seeing them, but they're behind there and they're supporting us because sometimes we don't know if we're going to make it, but we're going to make it with this wine. So again, you want to check out all our episodes, our Facebook page, OAN Talk, our Instagram page. You can find us on YouTube. Just type in On Another Note, type in OAN Talk. Let us know your reviews or your opinions about what we discussed here today. Until next time, thanks guys. See y'all.